welcome to my contribution to our series on top 10s. If you haven't seen some of the others, they are available on our YouTube channel and they're pretty great. These are mine and your top 10 pet peeves. These are the top 10 things that I find irritating. I'm probably guilty of about half of these things. BT dubs. Does BT dubs go on the list?
One of my biggest pet peeves is when girls talk like this all the time when I know that they have a much better voice.
When you've met people several times before, but they reintroduce themselves to you like they've never met you before, and you're already Facebook friends. I don't care if you don't remember my name. At least remember that we've met before.
So tell me again what your pet peeve is.
When people take food off a fork and their teeth touch the fork,
Like,
and it makes it.
like this?
Don't do that. Ugh. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Is it a fork and pain in your ears?
Yeah.
When you are positioned next to a person, either like in a hug or cuddling situation, and they are breathing out at the same time you are breathing in, and you accidentally get a lungful of their carbon dioxide.
My biggest pet peeve is when someone self-promotes on my Instagram feed. Follow for follow.
When you're at a concert and the crowd starts slowly inching forward closer to the stage, but it's still an hour before the opening band even goes on, so you know you're probably going to be stuck in this weird, slowly creeping in claustrophobia zone for at least another 4 hours. And then you make your peace with the spot that you have because you can still see the stage, and that one really tall person inches in front of you at the last minute right before your favorite band goes on.
Hate when the clock isn't set on the microwave, or if you stop the microwave before the time is out and you don't clear it. Zero it out.
I'm just gonna keep the camera on you so you feel awkward.
Zero it out!
Did you When people have parked like jerks and they are taking over the parking spot next to them, and you find a really primo parking spot that you can barely get into it because the person next to you is parked like a jerk. Like this guy. Thereby setting off a chain reaction of people having to park like jerks because you're parked like a jerk, but you want a parking spot, so you gotta park like a jerk too.
A pet peeve of mine is when Amanda asks me to help her do her shit for her.
Number one pet peeve is smoking. Mainly this is because I'm extremely allergic to cigarette smoke and it gives me instant migraines. Sometimes I have trouble breathing. I really hate going places and wanting to enjoy like a meal outside at a restaurant and the nice fresh air and beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden I just have this horrendous smell invade my nostrils and it makes it really hard to eat, and I usually will end up getting physically sick. Subcategories of this pet peeve: people who don't even notice that there are non-smokers around them, or B, if you're around children and you think that you're blowing it out of the way, but they're still really getting it. So if you see me and you've got a cigarette in your hand, I would think you were the most considerate person in the world if you avoided doing it around me.